Welcome back. I just finished up the wiring on this ESC and was just about ready to set the flight controller down on it, but I thought I'd go ahead and get our crossfire wired up. Oh goodness. Probably should have had this ready. I mean, after all, I'm a YouTuber. Oh, come on, you. Jammed in there. This is the one without the big antenna. Good God. Right tool for the job. Or is it? Nope. This is the SE. I don't think I actually want this antenna. Let's go with you. Yep. This is the one. And we'll stuff this guy back in here. Doesn't actually matter very much. We could run either one, but the Immortal T is more for a 5-inch. I mean, I can put it on a 3-inch, and I have in the past. This is the Johnny frame, Johnny 2.5, and you can kind of see it's got sort of the same, not quite the same form factor. These are the 1206s, but the from Zing, and they fly great. Back when I still put buzzers on everything, but yeah, you can kind of see how you got to mount them, and I don't like doing that. So it's just not very nice looking to me, I don't think. So yeah, we're just gonna set a crossfire on it. Hello. Set aside our plastic and get out our cables, and I am just going to run yellow, red, and white. No, black. I really don't want to run telemetry. It's just not worth it. It's extra nonsense. I just don't need it, don't want it, can't use it. And little crossfire module. I love these things. They work. Now, buddy just reported that the this particular IC back here was scraped off during either shipping or putting it in the bag or something. So if you get one, just double check that it doesn't look like it's missing anything, and this one looks just fine. Sorry, I just got back from lunch. Alright, get this guy held in place, and we're going to set that to the side there. I've got quads everywhere, forgive me. It's my vacation, I get to build quads. Okay, so if you follow the bind pin, that is ground always, and then next to that is 5 volts, and next to that one is channel 1, which is going to be our TX, which goes to an RX, and then next to that is channel 2, which is we're not using on this one just because I don't feel like it. And there we go. what we're going to do with this guy is we're going to set it in. Alright, so this guy, these pads are on the back. We're going to set this guy right down in here, and we're going to have the antenna kind of come out, wrap under, and go to the left and right, or actually yeah, if we go like this, we can run the VTX one out the top, right? Or something, or bring it all the way, run it like this, and bring out a ground plane and a, yeah. Yeah, we'll just do it like that. That'll work. So we need about that much wire, give or take. And 1, 2, and 3. We're just gonna tin these real fast. This is a hair. Yep. I'm kind of excited. I just flew I'm charging up batteries again for the tadpole. I flew it yesterday. This is a new day, so I started this video yesterday. You can tell by the shirt. At least let's hope. Flew the tadpole and actually really liked it. I thought it was great. So I'm excited to get back out there and fly it again. All right, so we got R2, T2 in R2, which is an inverted R2, which is where you normally put S-bus, and then 5 volt and ground, so, or ground and 5 volt rather. And then there's also inverted T2. So what we're going to do is we're going to solder up the ground and 5 volt and then the R2. And we could actually use either NR2 or R2 for this. It doesn't actually matter. Set this thing down so I don't burn the shit out of myself. Just clamp it in place, hope that it does. Yep, that should hold. And you know, I'm not very well prepared. You should know that by now. So, and then R2. Yeah, the Crossfire can do S-bus. Yeah, just that's one of the other reasons I like Crossfire. It can do pretty much anything you throw at it. It's like, oh, well, shit. This receiver only takes, you know, S-bus. Not anymore. Now it can do Crossfire over S-bus. Oh, you son of a bitch. There we go. I'd bridge those pads in case you're unable to see that. So what we'll do, yep, we'll just run them like this. Just like so. Continuity time. Everyone's favorite. Everybody loves continuity checking. Alright. There's our signal. That's what we're looking for. Actually, not looking for. We don't want to hear that noise. That noise is a bad noise when dealing with things you want to be separated. Sorry, my double stick tape from earlier is interfering with my video. Alright, so I've got one pin, or one probe on ground and one on 5 volt. We've got nothing. We've got ground and R2. We've got nothing. We've got ground and NR, or 5 volt and NR2. We've got nothing. We've got NR2 and R2. We've got nothing. We've got R2 and T2. We've got nothing. So all of our individual pads are still isolated, meaning that there's no, I didn't bridge them in any way, which is always what you want. Always. Okay. Good. Easy peasy. And we want to, oh, them's my batteries. 420. Good. So where were we? We want to shrink this guy on here, like so. And we want about this much. Sorry. My crossfire thing popped off the last second where the antenna just came loose. There. Okay, good. And then we want about that much. Just trying to shrink it on. Pop loose. Pop loose on me. There it is. That's what I wanted. Yep. So here, take this guy, cut along through here, and then we'll come along through the back. Come along this way. This way we can turn it without tearing it up. Yep. Yeah. Coming off the back, wrap it around just like so. Put it there, tuck it under those power wires. We're good. And we're on there nice and solid. On there nice and solid. And what we'll do, so there's no pressure on the bind pin. There. And I'll do it. Finished and finished. Yeah. We going flying today. Cannot wait. Yeah, about 3 o'clock. Reckon should be good. Hopefully kids won't be out and about too much. And okay, so now we take these guys off. We don't actually need to connect anything else up. This camera cable, I think we might be able to use as is, because it's got the camera connector on this side, and this is a like a sub micro connector or something. Yeah. So it's actually a smaller connector on this guy than on this end, although that's pretty long. So yeah, put my plastics back over here, and we want to, let's just clean up a little bit. Get everything. God, what a mess. What kind of idiot makes such a big mess? Alright. Get this guy wrapped up. And the camera. So we've got everyone's favorite camera, the Runcam Nano 2, going in this guy. Alright, set this guy gently down. Okay, you got to make sure you line up all these pins right. Okay, so it's real easy to get them one off and burn out these boards, or to have them offset front to back. It's, I mean, super easy. People have trouble with them all the time because of that. Like, I don't know, it came DOA. No, it didn't. And then this guy. Now this looks like it could take an SD card. I'm hoping at some point in the future they actually implement DVR for these guys, because that would be awesome. I would love to have DVR on a 16x16. That's my jam. Okay, you're looking pretty good. Alright, get this other screw up through here. Put on a nut, and I'm just going to use the nylock nuts. I find that they work just fine for this. Now you may disagree, and that's fine. These are steel screws with little nylock nuts on them. This whole stack doesn't weigh but a couple grams. I'm not that worried about it breaking free. And even if it does break free, it'd probably do more damage smacking against a steel nut than it would against a nylock one. Or nylon, not nylock. Well, I'm pretty sure it came with 4. Did I fat finger? Did my fat fingers lose it? I bet you did. Bet you did. Let's get some of your little nibbins. Got that one and that one. Got those. These and these and those and these. For the camera, for the top plate. Well, shit. I must have done dropped it. So I guess I'll use one of these clear ones. Doesn't matter much to me. You know, nobody should ever leave me in charge of anything that requires cleanliness. It's probably right here in front of me. I'm just not seeing it. Oh. Speaking of right here in front of me, it is right here. There's that nylon. Yep. Leave it up to me to lose it in plain sight. Okay. You don't really need these to be all that tight. I've got a couple of threads on there. Enough so that both posts kind of turn at the same. Yeah, see, that's nice and snug in there. I'm pretty happy with that. And we've got this guy to go on, and he wants to probably be connected to the camera first, the run cam. And we're just going to leave the wires because this little guy is not super heavy, so I mean, or super light, excuse me. We're not trying to win any races with this thing. It's just a fun fly. Okay, and we're going to set this one right like so. With these guys to come down through here. Don't fight me on this. You know, I'd swear that's not the right. It's like the second time in as many builds I've had to bust out this guy, the 0.5 inch, and that's not the right one either. This one? That one sure does seem to fit better. 1/16. Who knows? Oh, come on. You're so close. So close. Alright, so we've got those guys angled like so. Wait, no. These need to be... yeah. Okay, let's get our wires taped down. We're going to use a little bit of tape. Alright, just going to snip off this bad part. I'm going to hold these guys in place, and then that will sort of dictate exactly where we want our zip tie to go. This is just Kapton tape, little 1/4 inch wide Kapton tape. It doesn't need to be super heavy duty anything. It's just there to hold them in place mostly. Yeah. See, it doesn't need to do much at all, really. If it comes off, it's not that big a deal. Alright. Let's see here, where are... and I'm not focusing on getting them on the inside or outside for props in or props out orientation, because I don't care. I don't think I'm going to cut through a wire with these props in this motor. It could happen, I suppose, but I need to sharpen these scissors. They're full of gunk. Okay, and we're going to zip tie these in place as well, to the frame, because they're all just a little bit long because I had to extend them, and then the cable just kind of the joint is right where it would connect normally, and so yeah, it just... there. Okay. Yep. Last one. Okay. Did I wrap this one around backwards? I think I might have. Yep. Yeah, vacation days, always good. Always fun. Get to do some flying. Alright, are these damn things done? Yeah. Good. All done. Okay. Good. Now, zip ties. Got some new ones. Need 4 for this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what we're gonna do is twist this guy once, twice. Yep, just like so. Set it down about like that. Good. And then we'll use these down through here. Yeah, I hope these 1402s do better on this guy than they did on, again, I'm planning on using this 2S, not 3S, or 1S, obviously, with this flight controller. Yeah, because it was just, they were okay, they're just so damn heavy. You know, that's the main problem, is it? You know, it's just so much weight for this thing to carry around. It just wasn't, it lumbered, you know? You just couldn't make it do what you wanted. It's like, oh, I can barely keep this thing in the air. And any amount of battery sag, it was like, what is it doing? Why is it falling out of the sky? And I just saw Albert Kim. He posted a video about the 1303s, and I have some 1304s from Spintech that I've been meaning to build a 4S around. Come on, quit fighting me. There we go. Okay. So, should be fun coming up. Got the Spintech. That's actually, I think, the next build, the very next build, was slated to be the Spintech on this channel. And again, I've had it for a little while now, and I believe it's designed around a 2020 stack. So I think it's 20 amp Lumineer Mamba thing. as I recall, anyway. There we go. Snug as a bug. Yep. Okay, good. Finally, this one. And run this guy down through here. I am excited at how well everything is coming along on this build. I do like this frame. It's not too fiddly. I like simple things, you know. I built a Y knot on this and I hated it because it was too fiddly. It's just too much work to get everything installed and working. Well, something to be said for simplicity, and that frame just did not have much of that. And if you saw that build, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It was impossible to fly, impossible to install things. It's just work. It's like nobody wants to do work. Okay. And then we want, this is the rear. Yes. And we want this guy. Let's double check our stack. Make sure everything looks fine. Yeah. I don't know if you can look down through there, but you want to make sure that you can't see your pins. Because if you can see pins on the outside of that plastic, you've got a problem. Here, this one looks fine. Okay, this needs to go in first, I think. Or does it come? Probably ruining this antenna doing this, but whatever. Oh, come on. It should not be that hard. Just trying to get this antenna through this little hole. Well, this connector, I should say. Okay, that worked mostly. There it goes. Yeah, let's hope it's not fucked up. Alright. Good. Okay. Push this guy down on here. And then we're going to want to run this guy. Alright, sorry, I had to get up in there to see what was going on, and yeah, I think it'll work. Let's see, did we get an antenna? I don't think we did. No, not an antenna. Where are all my antennae? Good. Okay. Slide this guy down, like so. Stuff it. I'm pushing the ground plane back into the... Yep. And then that guy, you just do a... That. A little bit of this guy. Okay, I want to slide this along through here. Okay. There it is. I think that's got it. And then this guy will come up like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our... Yeah, I can go back in there. And with that guy, put these back in the tray. Okay. And we need one more zip tie, I think. I'll do it. We're going to take and we're going to zip tie this to this post. Like so. That way we've got a nice solid point of contact. Should the battery want to rip free, this guy off. Okay. Yep. That should work. This guy goes up front. That goes in the back. And we should be good to go. This is the 1/16. I should put this one away. No, no, no. Yes. Okay. There's that one. Yeah, this was a pretty straightforward and easy build, thanks to the iFlight stack. And in fact, I don't really like the iFlight stack, if I'm honest. Yeah, because it doesn't, the pins between the boards break. They come loose, and creates a problem when you go to try and fix it. It's just a pain in the ass. So that's why I'm not down on it. It works okay. It flies okay. It's just got a couple of minor issues like that make me say, gee, maybe there's a better way to do it. So, and that is going to be pretty much that. What did I do with the smoke stopper? Okay. Let me go get the smoke stopper. I'll be right back. Alright. Smoke stopper is back. Here we go. We're going to disconnect these guys. Plug this guy in. I think this is... Let's double check that we have at least some charge. And yeah. So that looks good. Before I do this, always do a Bardwell check. And that's just really a sanity check, right? What do I mean by a Bardwell check? Check that, one, your continuity works on your multimeter, and then we're going to check the positive and the negative aren't bridged somewhere. While it's in the quad, we just want to make sure we're not grounded or shorted together. If you get a beep out of this, you've got a problem. Stop, do not continue, take everything apart, figure out where your bridge is. Right now, nothing. So, I'm going to call that safe. Safe enough for a smoke detector, or a smoke stopper, I should say. And this is worth the $6 you pay for it, because it may not help you, but if you touch, so here we'll just do this. See that green light? If it had been red, we'd have stopped immediately and gone and figured out what the hell was wrong, right? But here, there we go. We have a working quad. All done. Let's check out. Let's see what we're really working with here, and let's put some stuff away. Get rid of a lot of this garbage real quick so that we can weigh this thing. Move all the bits and bobs, everything else out of the way. Out of the way, out of the way. Everyone goes back to their home. Everything in its place, so nobody loses anything. Okay, good. This little guy has screws and stuff in it, so we'll set that aside until we have a chance to work it. These little guys need to be stored if you want to keep them. This thing here I didn't end up using, but I think is like a nano mount or a crossfire mount or a chin guard or shit. I actually have no idea what the hell this is. Yeah, maybe it goes like that. I don't know. Seems silly. Extra weight isn't needed. We're gonna run just a bit of this stuff, and we want about like yay much. Yeah, about like that. And this stuff is ridiculously hard to cut. This is grip, by the way. Highly recommended. I can't recall, since I found it, since someone pointed it out to me, I don't think I've used another. I don't think I've built a quad without it, other than the tadpole. And the tadpole came with not gummies exactly. It's kind of like a so that's there's no strap on here, and it sticks well enough that I can pick up the quad by it. Let's get a strap on. A strap, and we're using our Maiden one since that came with it. Oh no, this is the Rip Squeak, sorry. And we'll do that. And there it is, ready to fly, almost, without props. We're just going to set these down on here. Hopefully it's not getting too late. You can still go fly. And this even has the, okay, yeah. That's the 300. Let me see. I know I have a 400. Yeah. There's that one. Oh yeah, 450s. A couple of those. I think those are all discharged. Scale. Get this nice and flat. Not touching anything. Okay, can we see this? I think we can. So, dry with props. Oh, come on. Dry with props. We're at 100 grams, 99, right? And with a 300, we're at 316. And with a 450 2S, we're at 125. What did I say? 316? 116. 117, 116. And then 125. That's really not that bad. I mean, it's not awesome, but I think it'll fly. Is this Crazy Pony heavier? I bet it is. Yeah, Crazy Pony is always a little heavy. Yeah, I think this is gonna fly okay. Well, I think I'm gonna go get it configured and take it with me when I go flying. Now all you gotta do is charge these guys. So I think I'll just do one or two of these. And then these two 300s. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. The next shot should be of flight video, I think. And yeah, stay tuned for my other builds and videos. Thanks for watching. So I was really excited for this build. I thought it was going to be great to get this thing out and fly it around and really see how well it does. And you know, I was excited for the 1402s. I thought swapping them over was going to be the right thing to do. I thought that this quad being bigger would handle it a whole lot better. But I got to say, these 1402s are just, I don't know what they're for. They're terrible on 1S. They're terrible on 2S. They drain the battery like you wouldn't believe. The voltage sag is just immediate. I mean, there's no cruising time, there's no nothing. And while, yeah, I'm starting out with, for whatever reason, batteries that are reading low, it still just did not have any sort of flight characteristics that I was looking for out of this thing. I thought it would be fun to fly, and it was just more of a chore. It flew okay, I guess. I was constantly watching for low battery. I was constantly checking my voltage, and then when it was all said and done, I got 90 seconds of flight time. I mean, I'm about to bring it in right here already. I mean, we've been flying for a minute and 20 seconds, and it's just constantly low battery warning. So, yeah, I don't recommend the 1402s. I probably should have picked a different motor. I've heard, you know, Kebab FEV talk about 1303s and 1305s and, you know, like 1404s and other things. 1402, it's just gutless. It's either, it's going to draw your battery all the way down as soon as you plug it in, and then it's just going to be there sucking it dry until you're done flying, and it's not going to do what you want. Now, that being said, I haven't put a different set of props on this thing, and I kind of wanted to do that before I called it a fail, just because I'm running 3-blade, what are these, 30-25s or something like that, I think. They were whatever was on the 1S that the cream puff, and yeah, I think that either a much less aggressive prop or 2-blade prop or something is needed for these motors, because I haven't found the magic with them. I'm flying around. It doesn't fly very well. It's just kind of wobbly. It's unstable. And I was really excited for this frame. And it's heavy. That's the other thing. These motors are heavy. This is heavy, and the motors are heavy. It's just a bad combination. So there's a couple more minutes of flight video here. Stay tuned or click on to the end to see my thoughts. But yeah, it just didn't turn out the way I thought. So. Here's a perfect example of a time when, you know, all your hard work and effort really just doesn't pay off the way you expect. So in this particular case, this quad just doesn't fly as well as I'd hoped. You know, you put in about 2 hours worth of effort to get everything put together, and another, you know, call it half an hour configuring it in beta flight. And then you take it out and it just doesn't fly well. It's really disappointing. And I don't know what it is. It's probably, you know, a combination of terrible 2S batteries that I have, and a combination of, you know, the wrong props with the wrong motors on this quad. It's probably a fantastic quad. I'm just going to say, I mean, BQE makes great stuff. I bet we could have crashed this thing into every branch we saw, and it would have walked away unfazed. But I just didn't get the enjoyment from this build that I know, like the flight is always fun. I always enjoy doing the commentary on the flight, wrap up and everything. But in this case, I just didn't get that. And that was kind of disappointing. So, but I've waited long enough to do this one, and I figured it was time. And so I hope you enjoyed this. I always enjoy building. It's what I do. I just like building them. So I hope you'll stay tuned and keep watching for some of my other builds. We've got some 5-inch quads coming up, moving away from the micros a little bit and doing more 5-inch. There's a spin tech coming. Stay tuned for that. That's actually a micro, and man, it flies really nice. So wait till you see the footage from it. You'll think it's like a Cinewhoop. It's really pretty great. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching.